driving a little bit, I'm thinking about a few things every morning we wake up, we go places. We gotta do what we gotta do. And it's wild how people are just not kind. It's easy to be mean. It's easy to be an a-hole. And it's crazy how you run into more a-holes than you run into good people. It's never understood why people like being mean. It's so easy to be kind. It's like you don't know what people are going through in their regular life already. Like you want to wake up and just be an a-hole, so to say. And I don't know. So when you wake up in the morning, you make your coffee, you brush your teeth. If you're going to work or you're just going anywhere, but especially the morning is what I'm referring to, right? Everybody's so tired. Nothing's happened yet. The day just started. Well, it hasn't even started for something. Like right now, it's like 6 something in the morning. I'm going somewhere. It hasn't even started. I mean, it started. I'm going, but and people are already mad. I get it. You get upset. You gotta go to work, or you're just up early and you don't like it. But people are just upset, just driving, going somewhere, angry about it. Understandable. But don't take it out on the people around you. It's not gonna make it any better. It's gonna make it worse, actually, because you never know who you're gonna interact with. You never know what people already been through. A lot of times, especially as a gamer, a lot of us play games to get our mind off of things, see where everything is at. And I'm really just testing my live right now. I always do live on the game. I never really do live while driving and stuff. Hello to whoever joined. I'm talking about how it's easy to be kind and people are just a-holes for no reason. First thing in the morning, people just wake up upset, mad. And hey, what's up? How you doing? What's up, Rama? If I'm saying Ruma, if I'm saying your name correctly, I apologize. But yeah, people are just not kind, and I don't understand why not. I'm good, thank you. Maybe they're lonely. You're right about that. But my thing is this, right, Lewis? And I apologize. I'm going somewhere, so I can't really look at the phone. Trust me, I'm not driving and texting or driving and watching something. I'm not even looking at the phone, really. I apologize. It's dark. It's really dark where I'm at. And it's early. It's 6 in the morning. But I just don't understand, and y'all can help me out here. I mean, we all talking. Why are people mean by default? Don't it feel like that sometimes? People are mean by default. And you never know who you're going to interact with. That's the funny part. What if you interact with the wrong person and just knock you out? I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying, like, I just don't understand how a person wakes up. Right, all right, so let's go through a scenario. People wake up, brush their teeth. Do you think politics made us meaner? It can. I think, I host, and I didn't mean to cut myself off talking about the morning thing, but I saw that message. I like the message. It can. I host public speaking at times, and I talk about finances and I talk about life. I've lost a lot in my life, so to say, just to be a little personal. I lost my mom to cancer. I lost my dad. He got murdered in Ohio when he won a scratch-off lottery. And he scratched off a lottery. He won, like, I think it was like maybe $10,000, $20,000, something like that. And he got really excited in the gas station. He's like, oh my, he was a Hispanic guy. He was Dominican. And he was like, oh, yo gané. He was like, I won. And some guys overheard him and followed him home and stabbed him to death and took the ticket. What happened with the ticket afterwards, I don't know if they cashed it or what. I never really found out what happened. Bad part is I know I had to drive to Ohio to identify the body. I'm from Parma, Ohio. Oh, I don't know what part of Ohio it was at, but I know it was Ohio. And so that happened, and then my older brother was murdered when I was 14. I was sitting on his lap, going to, we were all hanging out, making a long story short, going out, and we was going to a movie theater, coming back from a movie theater, and one of his friends, we saw somebody arguing in the street with a girl. He was hitting the girl and arguing with her, and this was in New York. And anyway, making a long story short, one of the guys that we was with wanted to defend the girl, do the noble thing, which I understand. And the guy was high on drugs, not the friend, but the guy that we saw was high on drugs or something like that, and kind of went into a panic and started shooting at the car. Bullets hit the car, we drove off, whatever, but by the time we got down the street, my brother was already hit in the back of the head. Blood was dripping down my shoulder and all that, not to be too graphic, but, that's how my brother was killed. I say all that, I give you that context, to paint the picture of, even with people like myself, referring to, even with people like myself who have a lot to be mad about, so to say, and there's a lot of people like me, and I'm sure there's somebody in this chat like that as well, that life just be lifing ridiculously. And sometimes you look in the mirror and be like, yo, what the F is going on? But you still manage to keep that sanity. You still manage to be kind to people. I mean, it's not other people's fault these things happen to me or to others, so to say, So do I think politics made people meaner? In some cases, yes. In some cases, I do. I mean, just look at what happened when, and I don't want to get into politics. I'm just painting a picture about certain things. Look what happened to, like, just the Super Bowl. Let's touch on that for a second. Something as simple as the Super Bowl made people so mean, And whether they were right or wrong, there really isn't a right or wrong answer. It's just an opinion, how you feel and how you see things, and that's respectable. But people was outraged that Bad Bunny was performing at the Super Bowl, to the point that people were getting into arguing with other people. I mean, something so simple, and that is politics to a degree. People was really upset that Bad Bunny was performing at the Super Bowl. And don't get me wrong, people's opinions, when I heard them, it made sense. It did. Some did, some didn't. But everybody's opinion makes sense to somebody, right? It depends on what you see and what your beliefs are and whatever. But my point is, there's no reason to be angry about it. Especially not angry towards other people about it. Like, for example, if your cousin likes the fact that Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, doesn't mean you should be mad at your cousin if you don't like it. You're just mad about it. And so, yeah, answer that question. Yeah, I do think politics to a degree can make people meaner. Do I think it made them meaner as a society? No. I just think certain topics can make people meaner. And my thing, as I was saying earlier, is like, people wake up mad. That's wild, right? People wake up mad. And they'll wake up and be angry about whatever they got to do, which I understand. There's times I wake up and I'm like, man, I don't want to go where I got to go. Whether it's work, whether it's somewhere I agree to, or it's too early, I changed my mind, whatever the case may be. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do this. And I might be bothered. And I might be upset, but I'm not gonna show that anger and display it towards other people because it's not their fault. Now, if I go somewhere and if I go somewhere and there's people around me, there's people I gotta interact with. Like if you go to work or something, you gotta interact with people, right? You can let people know in a kind way that you just don't feel like talking, or you don't feel like being bothered. You don't gotta necessarily just be an a-hole, Because think about it. You wake up, you get out of bed, you stretch, whatever, and then you go brush your teeth, make your coffee, whatever. Then you get on the road. And then you got a few characters that have road rage. And they want to I'm like, you should have left earlier. Or whatever the case may be. You got road rage and you got, going to work. This is what people don't understand sometimes. Going to work or just going somewhere is a survival game. That's why I tell people all the time when I get on the highway or something, I tell them, they be like, where you going? I'm like, yo, wish me luck. I'm gonna go survive in these streets. Because the highway is a dangerous place if you're not paying attention. And even when you're paying attention, somebody else isn't paying attention. That's the kicker. You might have an angry driver, a person not paying attention, somebody texting, a drunk driver, whatever the case may be, and just mess up your day or mess up somebody else's day. But people just being angry is crazy. It's like the world is already chaotic and crazy enough as it is that we're gonna wake up as human beings and just be a-hole to people. It's a subject that don't get touched on enough. And it really bothers me because I like to consider myself a very kind person. I'm very kind, I'm very giving. I want to see people succeed all the time. Even if I'm currently not succeeding at that moment, I want to see people succeed all the time. And it's very hard for me not to like somebody. But even if I don't like you, I want you to succeed. In my mind, I'm like, well, if that person succeeds, they'll go up higher and they'll get away from me. But my point is, I never understand why people just be angry or don't be kind. It's so easy to be kind to people. Being kind is a beautiful thing to do to people, even when they don't deserve it. Somebody could piss you off and you just want to be kind to them. It's like, I wrote a book that's out on Amazon now and Barnes and Nobles, Target, whatever the case may be. It's called Shut the F Up in Love. The F is another word, but I won't say it on the stream platform. But it's called Shut the F Up in Love. And the book is basically about, in between the lines, it's about being kind. No matter how much life throws at you, don't alter your character. Don't mess that up. Especially, don't destroy somebody else's day because you're mad. And it's something that I feel doesn't get touched upon enough. What y'all think? I would love to know in the chat what people think is preventing the average person from just being kind. Excuse me if you hear my car beeping. I'm trying to go to the next lane. And some people are not kind and won't let me. But this guy looks like he's letting me kind of. But, it's like, I woke up this morning and I didn't want to go. But I gotta go. Right now I gotta go to a studio. We had a few scenes we gotta film. I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't wanna go. But I'm gonna go. So I got up, started driving, and was like, I'm gonna make the best of this day. I ain't gonna allow my frustration. You can't allow your frustration to mess up somebody else's day. That's not cool. If your day is going bad, your day's going bad. Don't go push that upon somebody else. Being kind is a gift within yourself, and it's also a gift to give to people. It's like even this chat. I appreciate the people that came in, said something, went upon their day, whether you can stay or you can't, that's cool. But I appreciate it. Even if one person came in here and just said, yo, what's up, man? I just want to say hi, boom, and left. Give me a little like, that's cool. But being kind is a beautiful thing. It's like coming on this chat right now, right? One of my main reasons for wanting to come on it is to be kind. Excuse me if you hear my car beeping, I'm trying to get over to the next lane. But one of the reasons I come on the chat is to honestly be kind. Look at this guy, about to kill me. People don't want to be kind. Trust Jesus Christ, blood payment, and Christ, and sometimes we're far from. I agree 100%. What people don't understand is, but I agree. I just don't want to get religious on everything. But my question to everybody, 'cause I know a few people jumped in, and excuse me for the ones that already been on. If I sound like I'm repeating myself, it's easy to be kind, and being kind is a blessing. Being kind is a beautiful thing. Like I said earlier, some people like myself, we have a lot to be upset about. You know what I mean? I love life. Life is a blessing. It's a beautiful thing. There's bad things in life. There's beautiful things in life. But you got to make the best of your life and do what make the best of it. But something as simple as just a nice gesture, and I appreciate the comment, Joseph. I should have put like a question thing on top of this, right? Is that, like I said, I'm driving and I'm not trying to cause any danger, so I'm not looking at the screen really. I'm just speaking my thoughts, and whoever's listening, whoever I can help out this morning, or whoever I entertain, whatever the case is, the topic is we just being kind. We drive and sometimes we listen to podcasts, listen to music, and it's crazy how much of our day we're alone. When you wake up in the morning, if you live with your spouse or somebody, your family, that's cool. But when you're driving to work, you're alone. And the average person drives about, I don't know what. In the morning, the average person, it takes them about an hour or so to get to work, 30 minutes to an hour. You're alone. And I don't know about you, but 30 minutes to an hour to my own thoughts, that's a long time to leave me alone, my thoughts. And it's funny how people think that they're one way all the time. And excuse me if I'm rambling, I'm just trying to tell you my thoughts. It's funny how people think they're one way all the time, and how people will be like, man, you changed, or this and that. Be like, yeah, I think DJ Khaled made an album called I Changed a Lot, which is a good title if you think about it. Every day a person can change. That's the funny part. Every day a person can change the way they think, the way they act, the way they move, whatever. They can change it every day. It depends on what happens to you. You know what I mean? You can win the lottery, you're going to be a different person. And that don't mean change like you're going to become a whole different person and you're going to change your whole I mean, you're still you. You still have the same personality and the same thing, but the way you react to things, the way you move may be a little bit different. It's like, for example, recently in the last 7 months or so, I've gotten really heavy into watches. Let me take a sip of coffee, guys. 1 second. What kind of coffee you got? What kind of coffee you guys drink? I love Gardavia. Y'all ever had Gardavia coffee? And I don't mean Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not talking about them hot cup of Kool-Aid some people like to buy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cafe, coffee. There's two coffees I love. I love Cafe Bustelo. Grew up on that. And I love Gardavia. Gardavia is a yellow bag. Gardavia Colombiano. But yeah, so I think people could change all the time, depending on the circumstances. One thing that should stay consistent as people change is your kindness. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying you gotta love everybody. I'm not saying we gotta all get together, hold hands, and kumbaya, which would be nice, but that's not what I'm saying. Oh, excuse me, there's somebody on the side of the road here. Every time I see somebody on the side of the road, I always throw a little prayer for them. Everybody should make that. Not you don't have to, but it's a nice little habit I like to do. Whenever I see somebody on the side of the road, whether they just stopped or their car broke down or it's an emergency, whatever the case may be, they might be in health danger. I like to give a little prayer, tell God to watch those folks, please get them home safe, whatever the case may be. It's just my character. I've been doing that probably for like, oh wow, maybe 20 years, 15 years. But yeah, people change all the time. But one thing that should always stay consistent, like I said, is your kindness. You should stay kind. Be nice to people. People are already dealing with enough. And not only that, you'd be surprised at how much your kindness can alter. Your kindness can alter the effect of somebody's whole day. The ripple effect of your kindness, or even your meanness when you're mean to somebody. But the ripple effect of your kindness towards somebody is phenomenal. It's an amazing thing. You can change the mind of a crazy person, like a serial killer, or a person that's on the edge, or a person that wanted to do something bad today, a person that was going to harm somebody. And there's some people that are not aware that they're going to harm somebody. There's people that literally woke up, was going to go about their day, regular, cause nobody no harm, wanted to mind their business, and something in that day triggered them. They could have broke up with their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their dog could have died, their cat could have died, could have lost their job. And that's what people don't understand. Everybody reacts to things different. I know people that lost their mom and be okay. You know, I lost my mom, you know. They know how to push through life and get over it. Not get over it, but, you know, deal with it. And that same person can lose their cat or their dog, oh my God, and be devastated, destroyed, person on the side of the road, and be devastated, so hurt that they almost want to kill themselves. So that's what I'm saying. People react to things very different. And your act of kindness, and you ain't got to go out your way to be kind. That's why I don't understand with people. You ain't got to go out your way to be kind. You don't. Just be nice. Hey, how you doing? Somebody talk to you. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, how you doing? You know, but my thing is, some people, the people you see like on the news, or the people that do harm to other people, or hurt somebody, kill somebody, shot up a place, whatever the case may be. You know how they say go on postal, you know. A lot of times those people don't know they were going to go that route. The way the day was going altered it, messed it up for them. Something happened, you know, that just messed up their day. And they were just like, oh, nah, F that. And just go crazy. And you'd be blown away at how your kindness can ripple effect and change that for that person. Your kindness can save so many people. Your kindness in that day could change the mind of a person that was ready to do some harm to somebody. Or somebody's, like to a lot of people. You'd be really surprised at how much your kindness can ripple the effect of people. You can save one life, two lives, three. You can save a whole building with your act of kindness. Not only that, your kindness can also cause that person to see people different and be kind to other people. If you understand what I'm saying, or you have an opinion on this, put it in the comments below, please. I say that because I want people in the chat to interact in the sense of, yo, we being kind. We're talking about being kind, and we understand that. So I would love to see people's opinions on what their vision on being kind is, and why you think people are not kind sometimes. I can't read the chat really because I'm driving, but for the people that's in the chat and can read you guys' comments. You can read each other's comments. It's cool to see how other people see other people's kindness. You know? And I mean, I've come in these chats, right? I've come in the chat and I'm talking about something positive. And here comes some a-hole. Oh, you man, shut up. Blah, 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 blah. You're an idiot. You're stupid. People are chaotic. People are dumb, man. F everybody. And I'm like, okay. Cool. I ain't mad at that person. That's how you feel. But my thing is like, man, you walked in the chat room where everybody was being positive and happy and just start firing off. That's not cool, man. Let me say something about coffee, people. You know, so my topic today is kindness. I like to come up with different topics. And if you guys want to hear more of my thoughts like that, I'm also an author. I didn't come on here to pitch my book, but I'm just saying it for people that, you know, I get people that tell me all the time, man, hey man, you should write a book, you should do this. I'm like, I did. I wrote 2 books. I wrote 3 technically. I got a kid's book for those who have kids. I have a cool, funny kid book called I Didn't Know My Daughter Was a Ninja. That's the name of it. It's on Amazon. It's called I Didn't Know My Daughter Was a Ninja. It's a fun book. So it's a big book. It's not like a little 1, 2, 3 book. You know, so if you have a kid, you want them to read something, especially if you have a daughter. It's a cool book. Then I have a self-help book that's like a punch in the face of self-help. It ain't that kindness, like, hey man, motivated, go on, let's go out and get it. It's hey, shut the F up, get it together, get your life together, and let's go. And that book is called Shut the F Up and Love. Well, it's not F up, you know, it's the actual word, the F-U-C-K. But the book is called Shut the F Up and Love. And it's on Amazon, Target, Barnes & Nobles. And then I have a different one called The Vampire Within. It's a self-help book. But anyway, I didn't come here to pitch books and stuff. I'm just saying it because people ask me all the time, so I'm just mentioning it. But yeah, like, topic today is being kind. So if you just jumped in the chat, you know, say something kind to somebody today, man. Just be positive, you know. Just say something cool to somebody. But hey, I hope everybody has a good day. Y'all be surprised at how much things change. I didn't have to come up here and talk about this. I mean, I wanted to, but you know, I'm listening to podcasts and I'm watching things go on. I'm like, man, these podcasts, they're gonna talk about the same thing. Nothing against the podcast, because I got a podcast myself, but I'm looking for something intriguing to hear, something positive, something motivating. That I was like, you know, I got my gaming channel, and why not spread some love to my gamers? You know, I think, you know what's funny? I think the gaming community, subject change, but still on the same subject, right? I feel the gaming community is some of the nicest people and some of the kindest people in the world. Yo, I don't think I've ever gotten into an argument with a gamer. Never. They say never, but man, never. You know, it's like, you could disagree, but I don't think I've ever gotten into an argument with a gamer, or a gamer said something wrong to me. Now, as a gamer myself, yeah, I know we go online and we trash talk. That's not what I'm talking about. That's just competition and friendly talking, banter, whatever. I'm talking about gamers that ever like told me F you out of anger or whatever. The gaming community, if you're a gamer, throw a thumbs up, or if you're a gamer, say hello, whatever the case may be. Let's do something. You know, put a controller emoji if you can. If you're driving, don't do that. Just listen. But the gaming community is some of the most awesome community in the world. People don't give the gaming community enough credit. We gamers, man, we're some patient people, we're kind people, we're fun people. A lot of us are smart. Be coding, designing games. The average gamer knows a lot about computers, all that good stuff. The gaming community, that should be my next topic. The gaming community can save the world. Now that's a topic. That's a topic. Which I think. Yeah, I think the gaming community can save the world. Imagine if the gaming community, right? All the people that's real hardcore gamers like myself. Imagine if we was in positions of power. That'd be kind of funny and kind of cool though. But listen, I appreciate you guys so much listening. I'm gonna start doing this probably every morning. If you like it, throw a thumbs up. For those who are already there, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it, man. You gotta be surprised at how much that means to me. And I hope me talking means something to y'all too. But I'm gonna do this again later. I'm about to approach my destination. We'll talk a little later, all right? Be safe, guys. How I end this? I never actually did it live on my phone before. Let's press X.